80% of our oceans lie beneath an impenetrable darkness. Humans have explored less of this watery expanse than we have the surface of Mars. And what we do know is thanks only to cutting-edge technology and the brave few who dare venture into its crushing depths. From colossal squid to colossal mysteries, here's what lies beneath the ocean depths. Let's begin with one of the most bizarre sights in the world: bioluminescent deep-sea creatures. You may be thinking of the classic jellyfish that light up the waters of the Great Barrier Reef, but that's just a small example of a much larger phenomenon. In fact, many fish, crustaceans, and microorganisms living below 200 meters exhibit bioluminescence. One species of jellyfish even has glowing green sperm. Bioluminescence works through a chemical reaction that produces light when two compounds come into contact. These compounds are stored in different parts of the organism's body so they don't react until the creature needs them to. It's not entirely clear why the creatures use this ability, but researchers believe it could be used for camouflage, attracting mates, confusing predators, or hunting prey. Bioluminescent bacteria are actually so common in the deep sea that some creatures have built-in light organs where they make their home. The anglerfish is the most famous example, but there are plenty of others. Some of these bacteria live in symbiotic relationships with the animals that host them. Others are more parasitic, eating the host's energy without giving anything back. The animals that live in the deep sea have to contend with crushing pressures as well as complete darkness. Life on the ocean floor is nothing like life in the sunlit shallows. Just a few miles off the coast of Japan, however, lies the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the world's oceans. It's nearly 11 kilometers deep and almost 2,500 meters deeper than the next deepest trench. What exactly are these trenches, and how did they get so deep? Well, the answer lies above them. You see, Earth's tectonic plates are constantly shifting and colliding. Most of the action happens at mid-ocean ridges where new ocean floor is created. But sometimes the denser plate dives under the lighter one in a process known as subduction. As the dense plate is dragged down into the planet, it pulls with it any land features that happen to be attached, carving deep trenches into the seabed. These deep scars on the ocean floor are the longest of Earth's many wrinkles. They stretch over thousands of kilometers and are visible all over the globe. You may be wondering if anyone can survive in such a deep, dark place. After all, no sunlight reaches down this far. How could anything grow? It turns out that plenty of things can, including plants. Yes, plants. Not only are there 4,000 known species of deep-sea coral, but there are also seagrasses, kelp forests, and yes, even trees. These intrepid greens get their energy from chemotrophs instead of sunlight. Chemotrophs are tiny bacteria that use chemicals like sulfur and nitrogen to fuel their growth. This makes them independent of sunlight and allows them to thrive in the darkest depths. Now, these deep-sea plants aren't as pretty as their sun-powered cousins, but they're just as tough. One kind of seagrass, called Heliphylla zostera, grows only 2 centimeters per year, which means it would take centuries to grow several feet tall. Kelp, on the other hand, can grow over 30 meters long, but it takes decades to get there. And those tough trees we mentioned, they're a type of Lehman Russ that grows near hydrothermal vents. These vents crackle with activity as superheated water spews out of them and mixes with cold seawater. This creates an environment that's rich in chemicals and minerals, providing the perfect conditions for hardy plants like lemna to flourish. If you didn't know much about the deep sea before watching this video, you probably think of it as a barren wasteland, but that's not the case at all. In fact, there's a huge variety of life down there, and some of it is massive. Take the giant squid, for instance. It can grow to lengths of 13 meters with tentacles that are 4 meters wide. That's big enough to wrap yourself twice. But size isn't everything. It's the strength that really matters. And few creatures are stronger than the colossal squid. Its beak alone can exert a force of 1165 newtons. That's strong enough to break a golf club. But don't worry, scientists haven't been able to measure the full force of the colossal squid because no one's ever seen it in its natural habitat. So all their estimates are theoretical. What we do know is that the colossal squid is a fierce predator. It feeds on fish, smaller squid, and even seals and whales. It has eyes the size of basketballs and can move at speeds of up to 27 kilometers per hour. So if you ever find yourself swimming in the deep sea, watch your step. You never know what might be lurking around the corner. Speaking of lurking dangers, let's talk about underwater volcanoes. These fiery mountains can erupt without warning, sending lava, ash, and poisonous gases billowing into the ocean. They're one of the most exciting features of the deep sea, and they're also one of the most dangerous. When an underwater volcano erupts, it creates a massive explosion that can be heard miles away. The pressure from the blast can trigger earthquakes and tsunamis, and the lava can destroy entire ecosystems in seconds. Even the smallest eruption can kill thousands of sea creatures. So if you're anywhere near an active underwater volcano, run for the hills, or maybe just swim away fast. Underwater volcanoes can be found all over the ocean floor, but they're especially common in places where tectonic plates are colliding. That's because the intense heat and pressure can cause rocks to melt and magma to bubble up to the surface. So, if you want to see an underwater volcano for yourself, head to the Mariana Islands, Japan, Indonesia, or the Eurasian Islands. Just be careful. Shipwrecks are another popular feature of the deep sea. Over the years, thousands of ships have sunk to the bottom of the ocean, and many of them are still there today. Some are just a few meters underwater, while others are buried in the mud at the bottom of the Mariana Trench. Shipwrecks can be home to a variety of sea creatures, from barnacles to lobsters to crabs. These animals often have special adaptations that allow them to survive in the dark, cold depths. For example, many of them have bioluminescent bodies that they use to lure prey or attract mates. If you want to see a shipwreck for yourself, head to the Baltic Sea or the Gulf of Mexico. There are also plenty of shipwrecks near the Greek island of Zakynthos and off the coast of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. Just be careful. Many shipwrecks are covered in sharp metal that can cut you or your boat. Many people believe that the deep sea is one of the last frontiers on Earth. There's still so much that we don't know about this mysterious part of our planet that it's easy to get lost in the possibilities. There could be entire ecosystems down there that we've never discovered. New species of fish, squid, and other sea creatures are found in the deep sea every year, and there could be even stranger things lurking in the depths. Some experts believe that the deep sea could be home to alien-like life forms. After all, there's so much that we don't understand about the ocean that it's possible that anything could be down there. There have been a number of strange and mysterious sightings in the deep sea over the years. In 1909, a Norwegian sailor claimed to have seen a giant underwater creature that looked like a combination of a whale and a snake. There have also been reports of massive squid-like creatures attacking ships and even submarines. While many of these stories are likely just tall tales, it's possible that there are creatures living in the deep sea that we've never seen before. What do you think lurks in the deepest depths of our oceans? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember, there's still so much that we don't know about the deep sea that anything is possible. Maybe someday you'll be the one to discover something truly amazing down there. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button for more videos like this. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.